What is up, guys? Welcome back. So today I want to talk about something that's very odd, but it happens, and that's actually being anxious about not feeling anxious, or you're feeling calm, and it's a weird, eerie feeling when you're not used to this. Just whenever we think there's nothing else that we can get anxious about, it comes up with something else for us, whether it be a new symptom or sensation or something like feeling calm. So if you deal with this, guys, you're not alone. In fact, the worse your anxiety is, the more weird you're going to feel about feeling calm. Those of you that have like light to moderate anxiety, you probably get enough breaks where you're feeling good and you're feeling calm to where it's more normalized. Those of you that have made a lot of progress in your journey where this used to affect you, maybe now whenever you do get this sense of calmness or your anxiety symptoms quiet down, you don't sabotage the way that you used to sabotage, right? Self-sabotage. And that's what a lot of this is. It's that inner voice questioning everything, right? We question the symptoms. Can this be a heart attack? We question, our headache. Could this be a stroke or an aneurysm or a brain tumor? We question the racing thoughts. Am I losing my mind? Am I going crazy? So why wouldn't we question it when everything just completely out of nowhere and sometimes just randomly stops? I can't feel my heart beating as hard as it usually does. And I'm telling you, these are some things that would go through my mind. Like whenever I would get a brief moment, which for me, especially in the beginning, these moments did not last very long. It could be a few minutes. And I think, unfortunately, it was because I would sabotage and I would cause the anxiety to just come back, right? And come back with full force and with a vengeance, it seemed. So for instance, let me give you an example of this. Like say this whole week's been crap, right? I've been worried about my heart. It's been just racing, throughout the day. It's going 110 to 130 beats per minute, and mix in a bunch of panic attacks where it shoots up to 160, 170. Well, let's say that I wake up this particular day and my symptoms don't hit me in the face, and I'm up and I'm brushing my teeth and I'm putting my clothes on, and I just don't feel my heart racing like it had been racing. In fact, I'm not really having any chest pain, or maybe I'm not having a dull ache or a sensation. My mind seems pretty calm. And sometimes this can just randomly happen. Even if we're not making a bunch of positive changes, sometimes, I'm just saying, the body or the subconscious can just randomly just have this moment where it calms down. I don't know why. It just happens. But if you're so used to feeling anxious, like this example that I'm giving you, where I'm so used to my heart just racing, and now all of a sudden I don't feel it racing, instead of just being joyous, right, and showing immense gratitude to my body and my subconscious, like I'm gonna get to in a minute, like to explain to you, like that's what you need to start doing. Instead of doing that, I'm like, this is how bad I am with catastrophizing. Oh my God, I don't feel my heart racing. Does this mean it's about to give out? Am I about to have heart failure or sudden cardiac arrest because my heart was racing so fast for the past week that now it just doesn't have it in it to keep going fast and to keep up? Oh my God, I can't feel my pulse. Bam, panic attack. There's my pulse. Now I have panic. On the other hand, I have panic, right? That's an example of the self-sabotage, right? And sometimes it doesn't have to be with symptoms. It can just be the thoughts calming down. Sometimes it's just hard to really put your finger on it and describe what I'm trying to explain to you. But for those of you that have been through this, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a weird feeling. When you're so used to catastrophizing, your thoughts jumping around, bouncing off of one another, having all these physical symptoms and sensations, always having panic attacks or being right in between one, or being in between panic attacks, still having that engine being revved up throughout the day, that whenever the symptoms stop physically or the mental stuff stops out of nowhere, it can be a weird and scary feeling. And usually the worse that your anxiety is, the more that this is going to hit you. I encourage you guys, the next time you have, and you can apply this to also whenever the symptoms are just quieter, okay? Some of you are not getting any breaks. So for those of you that are getting breaks and the symptoms are stopping, or for those of you that haven't gotten breaks yet, but you do notice that if you get distracted or there's some moments that go by and your symptoms aren't as bad, instead of sabotaging and wondering when they're going to come back, or what does this mean, or is this a bad omen, or I don't deserve this, or does this mean that my heart's stopping, or does this mean that something horrible is about to happen? Show tons of gratitude to your subconscious. Start normalizing moments with less anxiety symptoms or no anxiety symptoms, like you normalize moments with a ton of symptoms or thoughts, right? You're very good at normalizing moments where you're having a bunch of physical symptoms, right? By pouring all this negative energy and fear. What's this about? Am I dying? Oh my God, this sucks. Or with your thoughts, right? What does that mean? Or, you know, with whatever irrational or intrusive thought that you're having, you put a lot of energy and focus on that, which is why it keeps happening, right? You're replicating it because of your responses. Okay, let's put some great positive energy whenever our symptoms quiet down or whenever the symptoms stop. So I want you to try that tip today, guys, or moving forward. For some of you, again, I know you're not getting complete stops with your symptoms. You're going to get to that point eventually. But you can use this if you have just a few moments where the symptoms die down. And for those of you that are having a great day, you know, that are further along, right? You're having a great day or two a week. Instead of just taking it for granted or getting away from your routine, or just wondering like, when is it going to come back? Or this is great, but you know, I still have bad anxiety. It'll probably be bad tomorrow. Focus on being happy and present in that moment. Do something with that time and thank your subconscious and be like, this is what I'm talking about, man. We need more of this. We need more moments like this. I'm telling you, it'll help. It helped me a lot. Okay. So try that little tip out. Not a little tip. That's a big tip. So whether you're having a good day or a good week, or you're having quieter symptoms, if you haven't gotten to that point where you're having breaks, or you just have really rough anxiety and then out of nowhere it just stops, we got to stop self-sabotaging everything or looking for symptoms or this is great, but when is it going to come back? Try to make these little moments get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can do it by showing tons of gratitude. And I call this normalizing moments without symptoms, like you normalize the moments with symptoms or thoughts. I hope this helps some of you guys. If you want more help with your recovery process, check out my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, down below. It's helping a lot of people. I want you to be a part of that as well. Very, very affordable, very extensive. So check that out. It's going to be in the description and in the first pinned comment. If you want more help with your anxiety recovery via coaching, online coaching calls with me, not online, in-person coaching calls with me, my information for that is down below as well. Check that out. Subscribe if you're new. Like this video if you got value, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.